Hello, I'm John Shepherd, and in this video we're going to answer some of the questions sent in to me via my Instagram and YouTube channels. Both questions for this video sort of have a common thread in that they deal with the takeoffs for the long jump and the triple jump and the hop in particular. The first question that I'm going to answer comes in from Rebecca via my YouTube channel, and she coaches her 14-year-old son, and it's all about teaching the hitch kick. Specifically, she asks about whether or not he should learn the hitch kick, because using the sail at the moment, he takes off and he over rotates and his heels drop into the sand too early, therefore losing distance. She also mentioned that she tried to teach him the hang and that this wasn't successful. Basically, as I've said before in my videos, the purpose of a mid-air technique is to combat forward rotation. So whether or not you do the hang or the hitch kick or variations of, they're all about enabling you to extend your flight so that you can get your feet out on the landing. Now, there isn't really a difference in the effectiveness between the hang and the hitch kick. What it can boil down to is whether it suits a particular jumper. For example, those with greater cadence may suit a hitch kick as they can run off the board more so, and those who like to set up the takeoff slightly more may benefit from the hang technique. Having just said that, whatever technique you use, hang or hitch kick, it's key that the position after takeoff is held to enable you to go into flight without rotation taking over. So for the hitch kick, you take off and you pull this leg back and it goes behind and you go out into the landing position. For the hang, the front leg is pulled back and held and you get a long thin shape in the air before lifting into the landing. So they're very similar in terms of the starting positions for both jump techniques, i.e. you need to swing the free leg in and push the foreleg out and then pull it back straight. So I think that you should work on that initially, and then the jumper may well develop a tendency towards going towards either the hang or the hitch kick. It's potentially the case that he's not holding the takeoff position long enough and then extending after takeoff to get into the first positions of his technique, and that's what's actually causing the rotation or the inability to learn the technique effectively. And there are a couple of videos on the channel that break down the techniques for both the hitch kick and the hang, so I'll put links to those in the description to the video below. Okay, the second question. This is from Nathan Davids, and it's all about the hop and the takeoff in the triple jump. He says that he tends to go more vertically rather than horizontally when he takes off. So we're going to take a look at what you can do to solve that problem. As I said at the beginning of this video, there's actually similarities in terms of the answers to the two questions, because in a way they pertain to the takeoffs for both events. The triple jump takeoff is slightly flatter than the long jump takeoff, i.e. it's about at an angle of 20 degrees, give or take 1 or 2 degrees, and the long jump angle of takeoff is about 22-23 degrees, give or take 1 or 2 degrees, again depending on the type of jumper that you are. The key to both events is to swing the free leg away and out and away from you to take the direction of your jump forwards and not up. With the triple jump, you have to be careful that you don't overly set the jump up, because if you do so, you'll get more of a long jump takeoff. Therefore, you must run very smoothly through the board and run off of the takeoff, trying not to impart too much vertical force through the board. And what you also have to do is think about moving the free leg out and then the hopping leg around it. You don't rush. It's all about extending the length of the hop and the takeoff movements. So you're going into the takeoff, you're holding position, and then you're bringing the hopping leg around and extending it to the front. And it's got to be very flat or relatively flat. You don't go in a big loop. It's out and long, and that's what's going to stop you going up. Again, there are a couple of videos on the hop on this channel. One of them involves placing a marker in the sand pit where you're supposed to hold the takeoff position over before dropping the free leg down and then bringing the hopping leg round. So that's kind of giving you some cues to get the timing right. The other thing that you must do is run smoothly. As I said, don't drop the hips, run off of the takeoff. Otherwise you're going to block, lose speed, and again, as I've been saying, potentially send yourself upwards rather than forwards. As usual, thanks for watching, and do subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you like what you see. Please leave any comments that you may have in the section below or through my social media channels, and good luck with your training and competition.